Folks, we welcome you to Campo Verde High School on this Sunday night, 2 days before Halloween, and FC Arizona's D1 side is looking for more treats than tricks here as they wrap up the weekend against Sporting Arizona. Hello, everyone. I'm Ahirson Hassan. Glad that you could tune in on this Sunday night. Beautiful night here at Campo Verde High School as the temperatures start to drop in the Phoenix area. Started off the year pretty hot in the hundreds and tens. That was the case the last time we covered this FC Arizona D1 side, which was a 2-0 win over SC Union Maricopa. They've had an interesting season so far, 5 wins and 15 points on the season. And this one, an interesting matchup against Sporting Arizona. The second time these two teams are matching up this year. The first time was at Sporting Arizona's home place. FC Arizona won that match 2-1. So the return leg here in Gilbert on the Sunday night, as we'll have Sporting Arizona getting ready to kick this one off in the black kits, all black kits going from right to left. FC Arizona in the all white kits going from left to right. And with that, we're underway. Division I soccer in the desert. To the back line it goes towards Irvin Cortez Trujano and gives it off towards his fellow center back on the other side. As I mentioned before, FC Arizona doing pretty well for themselves. Sporting Arizona as well, pretty decent, although they've played much less games compared to FC Arizona, only playing 3 on the year, while FC Arizona has played 5. During those 3 matches, Sporting Arizona has gotten 3 points. That is a 1 win and 2 losses as this one is played. And we'll go all the way back towards FC Arizona's goalkeeper, number 1, Isaiah Garay. Garay will play this forward, and the offside flag will go up for the first time today, or so it seemed like it. And now the referee will give it off to his assistant for the offside flag. Free kick for Sporting Arizona. Easy layoff here. Visitors trying to find a new way to attack going forward. They'll do so with number 16 trying to play it through. Good split pass that goes out towards Brian Vicente Mascal, and now he plays it low. Played into the box, a dangerous chance, tapped and then picked up by Garay. It was a nice read and a nice finish, or so, to stop a finish by FC Arizona. Angel Romero, the one in the back. Meanwhile, here comes FC Arizona on the other side, trying to crash into the box the other way, trying to lay it off. It's not going to work. Deflected off, and again, interesting chances, some sloppy play early in this one, but no dangers have been met so far. Off towards the right. Within 2 minutes of this one, FC Arizona and Sporting Arizona tied at 0-0 apiece. So in play towards the middle, number 7 will grab that. Off towards the side again. Bouncing around, back again. Jesus Samaniego, the one to pick it up. Sergio Pacheco dancing around, trying to play that through. Here's a dashing Zach Al-Hajaji. Can he get there in time? No, and it will be seen out by Juan Rios Mendoza's Sporting's goalie for a goal kick. Off towards the middle. Still going around. One touch. Knocked away by Al-Hajaji. Or rather, I should say that was Robert Alayo, I should say, getting that. So Alayo playing in that right center position. Again, a few players playing high and up. Emmanuel Delgado Carrillo might be playing that number 10 spot, and then Al-Hajaji on the right. Got some interesting forwards as well. Again, a few on the bench. Jason Portillo, Alexander Martinez, David Oganubi, just to name a few, who have been potent in this D1 side throughout this entire season. A few of them scoring some goals in the process. Out on the right-hand side now. To the back it goes. Not the best ball, and it's picked up here by FC Arizona. Edge of the box now. A chance from distance, and it will be slid to the left of goal. And Delgado Carrillo, who took the shot, was arguing that it was deflected. Indeed it is. First corner kick of the night.
Yeah, that was a bad turnover there. Led to a good scoring chance. And if that ball didn't get deflected, I mean, it was a really good scoring chance. But some good defense after the turnover to make sure it did not go in the back of the net.
So a long walk to get the ball. That's hanging out on the track here. on the periphery of Campo Verde High School, the field here, if you will. Far side of the pitch, another chance for the side. A lot of numbers going forward. Few of them, a couple of them back towards midfield, and of course you have Garay about 43 yards in as this one swung in, headed down. This one picked up, plopped again. Delgado Carrillo tries to give chase, but it's cleared away. Maybe a chance here for the visitors to counterattack, but it's taken off again. Few deflections off FC Arizona, and it's back with the visitors for a throw, far side. This one played again towards Cortez Trujano. Trujano into some space. On the side of Pippin forward, a beautiful ball. Does it get there in time? Garay will see this one and immediately will fire it off. Alayo? Some good movement here from Sporting. Deflected once again back towards the midfield and played out again. 1-2 ball, trying to find the man. Samaniego, that's not going to work. Al-Hajaji can't get the slide tackle. This goes back again. Maybe a chance here. 1-2 play. Delgado Carrillo trying to work his way. No good. And cleared away. Either way, foul was called. Free kick for Sporting.
Yeah, I mean, FC Arizona has had some momentum to start this game, but some good defense by Sporting to start off. FC Arizona hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet, even though they have been pushing.
You look at FC Arizona, biggest thing so far has been a goal differential, and a goal differential that has gone heavily in their favor. 18 goals on the year, only one conceded, but that one goal, Tyler, was against Sporting Arizona in that matchup about a month ago. So an interesting battle there. Talk about FC Arizona's goal differential at a +17. Sporting's goal differential, a little bit different. 4 goals scored in their 3 matches, but 7 allowed. So heavily favored in terms of the home side in many versions on paper, but we do have 90 minutes to see what the final result is. Throw-in. So we'll see Andres Apodaca Cordova look for options. Pips it up. And a shove from the back there by Cortez Trujano on Sergio Pacheco, so a free kick for the home side.
Yeah, that's not something Sporting's going to want to do. I mean, you talked about the goal differential, and for them, the biggest thing is to just make sure to limit all of FC Arizona's scoring chances.
So free kick, and looks like it will be Robert Alayo to take it. Alayo known for playing that right center midfielder position. As I mentioned before, we've done a lot of coverage for the Premier side whenever they've had matches here. Division 1 will get a lot of love too. Don't worry, we've still got a lot of matches as Alayo will send this one high into the night sky and out on the end line, so a goal kick. But an interesting schedule coming up for FC Arizona nonetheless. They've got Coronado Athletic coming to town next week. That's a top 2 battle in the UPSL. Coronado also playing today, I believe, against SC Union Maricopa. And then a little bye week after that. And then November 19th, a few days before Thanksgiving, FC Arizona wraps up their regular season against FC Fuego. And unlike the Premier side, which has a chance to go far in both the Arizona Conference postseason and the UPSL postseason, for Division 1, it seems like it will be the end of the road after the regular season. But kind of be like the European squads in the European leagues nonetheless, that the best team ends up winning the league. Whistle blows, and looks like the referee's checking. Looks like he has a talk here with Samaniego on the left side. Just a little talking to, no booking yet. 9th minute of play, still scoreless between FC Arizona and Sporting Arizona. And just a reminder, this is the Division 1 side for FC Arizona. The Premier side down in Tucson today, taking on RSL Southern. Garay will boot this, trying to get it towards the midfield. He'll get it there. Pacheco, shoved up by Trujano, and he'll play it back towards Rios Mendoza. Out on the wing. That one deflected away. Throw-in.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about Coronado coming here next week, so this is a game that FC Arizona is going to want to take a win and go in with momentum next week when Coronado comes here, and already off to a strong start. We'll see how Sporting's able to respond.
To the back line it goes again. Here's Romero. Samaniego. Delgado Carrillo. And now to Christian Palmer. Out on the side again. Back to Palmer in the back line. Trying to build out of the back, FC Arizona. Trying to find a way to do so here. Samaniego will pip it out on the left-hand side. Open space. Crossed in. Got a wide open player on the right-hand side. Dancing around, laying it off. Edge of the box now. Delgado Carrillo misses it. Goes back with the visitors. Back again. Samaniego. In some space. Forced out to the left. Out on the wing now. Number 20, Brian Ochoa Camacho, playing left back today. Picked off again, trying to play it through. That one picked off by Palmer. Intended for Christian Castro, who is essentially playing that number 9 spot today for the visitors.
Yeah, that was some great defense there by Sporting. They were intercepting passes, taking away lanes. FC Arizona wasn't really able to get any clean passes through, and weren't really able to find a nice shooting lane there to get the ball to the net.
Camacho. Palmer, able to open up some space here. Out on the wing again. Trying to go down the line. Al-Hajaji lost it there. Trujano forced out to the touchline. Some space. Cleared only as far as number 8, Jorge Perez. Knocked high in the air. And now the moonball will conclude. Samaniego. Samaniego, I believe, had a goal in that SC Union Maricopa. At the very least, he was a menace on the right-hand side. Now known for being that left-handed player. Or I should say the left wing player. Olayo, and out to Samaniego again. That one picked off. Not too far. Sharif Deco trying to clear it up pitch. It was deflected off of Samaniego, and Deco will roll over to get the throw in here. So here's a chance here for the man from Mali, as he'll send it up. Booted high. Gary well off his line. He'll just have to head that one away. Heads it back towards Palmer, but not too much under duress. Samaniego trying to boot this forward towards Pacheco. Didn't work because it looked like he was offside. Smart move there as Trujano will clear it out and collect. One played up, picked off again. Been that kind of day so far. So here comes Samaniego rolling up pitch. Trying to lay it off, gets it off towards the left-hand side again. Looking for some options. Delgado Carrillo. And that, folks, is a golazo. That is how you start off the match. 13th minute of play. FC Arizona strikes first blood against Sporting.
Yeah, we've seen FC Arizona pushing this whole time, and they were finally able to get a shot off on net, and it just beats the goalie there, not able to dive in time to make the save. So great start by FC Arizona, getting that early goal, and we'll see how they can continue to push and keep this momentum going as the game continues.
And so it continues this way too, Tyler, in the sense that every FC Arizona match we have seen this year at the Division I level, they've scored a goal. Now, it's not just that they've scored a goal. They've also scored at least 2 goals. They've scored 2 goals twice this year and 2 goals 3 times and 6 goals twice. Palmer. Garay. He's in goal right now. You got Brian Figueroa Fernandez on the bench. Cut away. Throw in on the far side. It is interesting to see how this match and especially how the season has worked for FC Arizona, a much different side. Some different players, don't get me wrong, but it has been interesting to see what Alejandro Aguilar and the coaches on the bench have been doing this year, especially on the Division I side. Many of these players could be getting reps at the Premier side somewhere, possibly in the future. Let's see. Although the Premier side doing pretty well unto themselves, tied for first in the Arizona Conference. So similar to their counterpart Division I side. Here's Garay. Up towards the midfielder, headed forward. No offside flag, and now it will come up. Again, it was Castro, the culprit there, and FC Arizona will retain possession here in the 15th minute.
Yeah, it seems that those Sporting's a little out of sync. We've seen a few of those offside flags come up as they really haven't been able to generate any offense.
Booted high, headed forward towards the right by Trujano. Picked up again. Possibly a chance, but that one nicked away by Deco. Picked off Palmer going forward in the attack. Palmer still going with the ball. He takes a shot, and this one's off target. Christian Palmer trying to get the center back's dream, almost everybody's dream when it comes to being a center back. Trying to score a goal from distance. Didn't work that time. Trujano pressured there. Almost went back towards goal scorer Delgado Carrillo. Into the middle now. Still some time. And now towards Eric Orozco Zavala. Throw in there. Few players playing left midfielder. Again, a lot of forwards listed on this Sporting Arizona side, according to the UPSL website. To be honest, about 12, but that has changed when you look at how things have changed. Now back towards goal and back out towards the right-hand side. Now, I did talk to some of the Sporting Arizona coaches. They gave me an updated roster. There are only 5 forwards listed on the team. When you look at their makeup in terms of today's stuff, in terms of today's players, I should say, only 3 midfielders, too. You got Elias Heilman, Alberto Sixto Vargas, and Jose Castaneda. A lot of defenders, though, with 6 overall. And then, as I mentioned before, 1 goalkeeper, Juan Rios Mendoza. Throwing for the visitors. Trying to come back from a deficit here. Zavala down the line. Pipped right back towards the home side. Camacho picks his head up, plays it down the line, and it's not going to work. Rolls all the way back. Trujano able to grab the ball. FC Arizona with a high press in this one. Down the right-hand side. And back to base it goes. Trujano. Trying to play it out. He's got his man, George Aite. And he'll lay it off towards the right center back again. He's trying to play through, lofting over the top towards Castro. And Garay, well off his line, will boot that. Did it go into the stands off the bounce? It does.
Yeah, goalie way out of the net there, just making sure that he does everything in his power that Sporting player doesn't get to the ball. Boots it all the way into the stands over there.
2 things, like you mentioned, Tyler. Of course, Garay off his line. We've seen that a lot today. Not something we've seen too much at the Premier level, where we see goalkeepers coming off their line, and we're talking maybe 30, 35, and maybe that's a benefit of playing in a match like this and at the Division I level. And like we mentioned before, and if you've tuned in almost every broadcast we've had this year, it is an interesting setup here at Campo Verde High School. Got a few balls working around that are in plain material. When I say that, I mean there's not too many, usually 2 or 3. So usually when a ball goes, whether it's to the track or into the stands, that does cause for a rather not big, but a momentous stoppage of play, which can help at times with momentum. Triple team. Samaniego able to win it back. Can't be built out, though. Giving off again. Oh, some nifty footwork. Nifty footwork there by Pacheco. Goes down, no foul called, as that one's played through. Al-Hajaji could not find Perez there. And no free kick either. Safala. And in the middle, picked off there by Romero. Romero sometimes goes as 32, sometimes goes as 2. He's going as number 2 today. Out towards the side, Deco. Camacho got the last touch, so it's back again with Sporting AZ. 19th minute of play, FC Arizona up 1-0 in this one. Emmanuel Delgado Carrillo, all the difference, as he sent a shot from about 30 yards out, sliding past Juan Rios Mendoza, lower left corner. Once again, touting the golazo marker, as this one sent forward, back towards Castro in the middle. Castro on Alayo. Played through, or rather, played back. Safala bustling through. And in the middle again, working up against Al-Hajaji. He goes down, Al-Hajaji that is. Free kick for FC Arizona.
Yeah, tough break there for Sporting. That was the best offense we've seen from them, getting as close to the net as we've seen without an offside flag coming up. But giving the ball right back to FC Arizona, who's had all the momentum to start this match.
Free kick. Gooped forward. Giving it back. Samaniego. Olayo. Pacheco lost control there. Dispossessed. Going right down the middle. Going direct. Key of the game so far for Sporting, at least whenever they've tried to get some sort of attack going. Al-Hajaji plays it off. Delgado Carrillo lays it off towards the middle. Perez, with options both sides, goes towards the right. Calls for handball. They're not going to get it as Al-Hajaji trying to get the ball. Whistle blows in favor of Sporting Arizona. And now FC Arizona, who assumed that play was continuing on, will now have to corral the ball back to the spot. It's also important to note, too, as I'm looking over at Sporting Arizona's bench, that Christian Castro was actually taken out of the game. I don't know if it was a substitution or otherwise, but for the time being, it looked like they were playing down a man. Now Castro's back in. It looks like now they're back to full strength. In the middle now, Pablo Ramirez sent out towards the right again. Back to base it goes. 22nd minute. FC Arizona 1, Sporting Arizona 0. And we thank you for tuning in on this Sunday night as this one's clipped forward, going back towards Garay, and he'll scoop it up. I'm Mihirson Hassan, joined by Tyler Cass. Glad that you could tune in on this Sunday night. Division 1 action tonight, premiere down in Tucson playing RSL Southern. What should be an interesting battle there. FC Arizona's premier side drew RSL Southern 2-2 here 3 weeks ago, or rather I should say 4 weeks ago. And now a chance to maybe get intact. As meanwhile, here's Castro from distance. Oh my word, what a goal. You take a chance, you try your luck, and you get it. From 50 yards out, Christian Castro, fresh off, coming off the bench, makes it 1-1 here in the 23rd minute.
Yeah, we were just talking about how FC Arizona's goalie was coming out of his net. We saw earlier on the play, he came so far out of the net to make sure that ball didn't get by him. And that time it comes back to haunt him because he's so far out, it just isn't able to get back in time to catch up to the ball. It just goes right over his head and into the back of the net.
Well, there's certainly some treats if you're fans in the stands, but both teams definitely have tricks up their sleeves and pulling tricks on the other side. And in the end, nobody gets candy. Throwing for FC Arizona, and I talked about this earlier, Tyler, that goal differentials for both sides, very interesting, especially for FC Arizona. They've only conceded 1 goal this year. That 1 goal was against Sporting a month back or so. Now they've conceded their second. Granted, it was a golazo from Castro, but this is definitely turning into a much more open game as it goes along. Olayo picks it off. Pipped out there towards Al-Hajaji. Into the middle again, trying to leave it off towards our midfielder. Al-Hajaji edge of the box, played in low, and nobody's able to meet it there. As will be Pacheco seeing this out. He'll redirect this one in. Delgado Carrillo, freelancing header, but can't get it on frame. So far, if you're a fan of the stands, it's been working in your favor. Much open game, a lot of chances as it goes out towards the right-hand side again. Deco. Trujano. Safala. One side of the pitch to the other. Castro. Tripped up. Can't get it going. Actually, now that I look at it, it seems like there are two players on the pitch, both wearing number 7. So Castro playing a little higher up. He'll be the number 9, and you've got number 7. The other number 7, he was the one that chipped in the goal. He's playing in the midfielder spot today. Again, we do apologize for just giving numbers, as Trujano will head this back towards Rios Mendoza. It is the way it is at times. To the middle now. Jose Castaneda plays it out on the wing again. High in the air, now brought down. Trujano. Played up pitch. Samaniego fighting for it, trying to get to it, no foul. Safala pressured, turns the ball over.
Yeah, and after that goal, Sporting seems to have turned around the momentum. You know, FC Arizona had it at the start of the match, but now after that goal, Sporting has had all of the ball control. I mean, granted, it hasn't led to a ton of chances, a lot of passing back and forth, but still good for them, to just have possession and not let FC Arizona get any more chances.
Pipped up, back towards the middle. That one headed away. Perez. Olayo. Able to get into some space. Plays it again. Pacheco. Oh, nifty moves. And he earns a free kick in the process.
Yeah, that's exactly what FC Arizona needed there. Sporting, since the goal, has had all the possession, and now a free kick for FC Arizona to really change the pace. You know, even if it doesn't lead to a lot of scoring chances, just, get that momentum back that they had at the start.
Perez. Camacho. Right-footed. Into the box. Can't find Al-Hajaji. He's pressuring for the ball. He won't get it as it's officially cleared away. Pablo Ramirez and crew on the defensive side to goop it to safety. Another insurance clearance by the other center back, Trujano, as Garay will clear it onto himself. Camacho trying to play it through towards Delgado Carrillo, not going to work. Back again with FC Arizona. Chance from distance, and Pacheco will send that one through the football uprights.
Yeah, he was in a good scoring position too, just a little bit too high, but he gets the field goal there, but sadly does not find the back of the net for himself.
Looking for another type of 3 points today, FC Arizona. Pacheco had few chances, and he could have even moved up the pitch, but didn't really tilt his body in a way, as we're going to have a substitution. Looks like we'll have Jesus Samaniego coming off. Jason Portillo now coming on. He scored the first ever goal for FC Arizona's D1 side this year against SC Union Maricopa, replacing the other guy who scored, Samaniego. 29th minute of play. Tied at 1 apiece here at a Twilight Campo Verde High School. Al-Hajaji. Last touched off Sporting, throw-in FC. Down the line it goes. Perez. Pacheco. Pacheco trying to play through towards Portillo. Didn't work. Picked off there. Now again towards number 7. This is the unnamed number 7, as I mentioned before. Free kick. Quickly taken. Aite. Also fouled in the process. Ref might be going to the pocket. It seemed like it for a while. He was pointing towards it. Now he'll just beckon everybody to go forward and resume play.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed that I mentioned earlier was Sporting's defense. They've done a really good job at getting in those passing lanes and not letting FC Arizona have clean passes. They've made it really difficult on them to just get passes and get close to the net to get prime scoring opportunities.
Free kick. Ramirez. Into the box. Garay. Caught. Of course, Garay's play earlier was the problem for FC Arizona. Worked as a solution. Worked as part of good time management, but nonetheless, he was able to give the ball back. And he was chipped from about 50 yards out by number 7, who has the ball right now. That one taken back. Good work by Olayo and Al-Hajaji. Both teams trying to go for the counterattack here. Aite can't keep it in play. Looks like it's going to be a free kick, interestingly enough. So Aite fouled in the process as we're 30 minutes past the starting whistle. Ramirez will go up to take this. Again, the center back. Usually don't see a center back taking a free kick this level. He'll send the in-swinger. Easily caught by Garay like a punt returner. Got the orange moon in full effect just in time for Halloween. Halloween atmosphere on this Halloween weekend. Played out towards Pacheco on the left. Numbers going forward. Dashing forward. Cutting back into the middle. His shot blocked. Back towards the middle. He gave it right back. Aite. Oh, good cut. Going again. And he will draw the free kick. He'll remain down on the pitch. No foul. It looks like the referee will check on him. Seems to be okay for the most part. As we'll see a change coming here. Number 20 coming on the pitch. It looks like we might see a change in goal, interestingly enough. And I think the coach is telling him to put on a different jersey. And indeed, that's what's going to happen. So Juan Rios Mendoza is now on the bench. Now coming into the match, Isaac Hernandez. He'll be wearing the yellow kit on the right-hand side, far right-hand side of your screen. Meanwhile, in the center, you have Eric Orozco Zafala, ready to take the throw-in around midfield, near side touchline. Take 2, a little bit higher up the pitch. Zafala, slightest of trips, and looks like Castro's going to be called for the foul. 33rd minute, still deadlocked at 1 apiece. Haven't seen a goal in about 10 minutes or so. Came off number 7. Could be a Sports Center top 10 if you put it in some way, shape, or form. Picked off again, right towards number 7 at midfield. Pipping this one forward, and Garay again off his line, out of the box. Will send it right back. One-time chance, and Samaniego, or rather Pacheco, trying to get on it. Delgado Carrillo will go forward. Play resumes. Perez into some space. Much more open game as it's played forward towards Portillo. A little too far, and either way, he's offside.
Yeah, even after Garay gave up that goal where he was out of position, he hasn't changed his play style at all, still being as aggressive as he was at the start of the match. You know, maybe he would have been a little more hesitant to do something like that after giving up a goal, but still playing like he did at the start with all this aggressiveness and not really scared to come way out of the pitch.
Trujano. Safala booting it high in the air. Almost hit Al-Hajjaji, but nonetheless, play resumes. Back in towards the right for number 12. Again, not listed on my sheet. Castro trying to play this through. A dashing run. A chance, but it's not going to go. Looked like it was Brian Vicente Mariscal chasing that. Palmer. Up pitch. Nobody in white jerseys there. Towards Hernandez. He'll have a number 1 on his jersey today. Send forward. All the way forward towards Garay. Romero. Oh, not the best ball, but it's a good chase there by Olayo to get there. And not the best send forward. It's Apodaca Cordova playing right back today. Sent that one into the stands, retrieved for a Trujano throw-in. Now up towards Orozco Safala. Taken back by Camacho. In towards 7 again. He lays it off towards Deco, rather. Oh, what a nifty move there. Now, chance to go forward. Going out towards Castaneda. Aite on the left. Aite able to split the defense. Palmer will pip it back. Going around. Castaneda trying to play through. Garay reads it. Out with Perez. Perez again. Olayo picks his head up, trying to find his man. That one's headed up. Portillo trying to run to get it. He's got it. Now towards the left again. Played back towards Pacheco. Pacheco looking towards the right. He's got Delgado Carrillo on the right. Towards the right hash mark of the football field. Apodaca Cordova trying to play through it. Finds the feet. Almost did. Now still in the area. Portillo chasing around the ball like a dog trying to chase his tail. Can't get to it. Either way, still in the attacking third. Still many chances so far. Olayo. Out towards the wing again. Can something change for FC Arizona's? It goes back again with Camacho. Camacho lifts this high. Trujano heads it away. Delgado Carrillo will collect. Controls. Not so much. Chance here for Pacheco, playing it through towards Portillo. Portillo dispossessed in the box. Again, a great intervention there by 12. Otherwise, he was in the clear. Towards the side again. We do apologize for the camera angle. We will fix that right away. On the left side again. And now giving it back. Again, in the defensive third towards the midfield, middle left part of the pitch. Rolling out, and now once again back with number 12 on the middle right side. 38th minute of play here from Campo Verde High. Out towards the wing again. Deco bustling down that right. Trying to slide it through. Deflected around. Bouncing around. Back with FC Arizona. Back again with Pacheco. It's rolled out towards that left-hand side. Once again, still on the far side of the pitch. Going towards midfield. Now past the center line. Dancing around, and it's given back towards number 7. He'll play it through, out on the right wing, trying to find Castro, who's there. Castro able to get there, able to get past Camacho. Castro still dancing around, and crunching tackle there by Romero right before he entered the box from that side. Far side of the pitch here, as you can see it. Al-Hajjaji, Palmer, volleys it forward. Intercepted by 7. 7 pushed down, free kick. Will be about 40 yards out from goal. Laid off towards 12 again. towards the right-hand side. And deflected off. Off of Castaneda, I should say. Throwing again. Castro to take on the right-hand side. In the attacking third now. Trying to enter towards the box. Still on the far touchline. Dancing around. Still in the area. Now playing off towards Castaneda. Castaneda getting towards the center and towards the middle. That one picked off. Maybe a chance going forward. Here's Portillo now. Hernandez well off his line. Portillo well in the clear. Portillo saved by Hernandez. All he had to do was cut around the defender, and Hernandez, with all eyes on him, makes the stop. Big save for the visitors. Now Sporting trying to answer the other way. Can they do so? On the right-hand side again. So we got the camera angle reassured again. Back in towards Castro. Offside. 40th minute, about 5 minutes plus stoppage time left in the first half. 1-1 between these two sides. As I mentioned before, did get the camera fixed. Props to Tyler for going up there and doing that. And also props to our camera woman today, Kylie Morgado, for being up there. Camacho. To the back line. Romero. Knocked up, knocked around, knocked forward. Folklore of options. Can't find any one of them. Pacheco. Now out again towards that left-hand side. Delgado Carrillo. Laid off towards the right. That's a good dummy there. Apodaca Cordova able to get it on the right edge of the box. Crunching away by Eric Orozco Zafala. Last touched off of him, I believe. So an FC Arizona corner kick on the right-hand side coming up.
It was a great job by the defender to stay with him, cut off that angle, keep him to the outside, and make sure he couldn't get off a clean shot on net.
So now a corner kick on the right. I've seen a few, and it looks like we might have Robert Olayo going over there to get it. A lot of the players lining up on the back post, trying to get a crashing run in. Still got Garay about 36 yards off his line. You got Romero at around the midfield. He's the last field player back. Meanwhile, this one sent in towards the back post, and that one cleared away there by Deco. All the way back towards Romero. Out on the side again, Pacheco. Back to Garay. Headed away. Back in towards the middle. 7 looks for some options. Playing out with Castro. Castro again. In the middle. Teamed up. Finds Aite. Aite. Apodaca Cordova. Palmer. Al-Hajaji. Oh, good pass. And Portillo can't keep it in play there right in front of his bench. Portillo has been the one change so far, as he came in for Jesus Samaniego roughly 10 minutes or so ago. Martinez. Back in with 7. Clipped up towards the right. Chase given. Alberto Sixto Vargas, I believe, was the one giving chase to it. Couldn't keep it in play. On the far side, down the line, now with number 8 for FC Arizona, Jorge Perez. Lost possession there. Number 7 goes down. Free kick. 44th minute, roughly 90 seconds plus stoppage time remaining in the first half. Referee will talk things over. Another set piece coming up. Ever since that goal, times have tapered for a little bit. FC Arizona with a good chance on the counterattack. But Isaac Hernandez, fresh off coming into the match was able to make a save. As this one is sent in by Sporting, won't even make it into the box. Al-Hajaji will head it down and clear it. Sent all the way high up again. Apodaca Cordova. Delgado Carrillo to the back line with Trujano. And back with Hernandez. Back in again, lifted high, going towards number 7. He's got 1 goal today. Into the box. Chucked by Palmer. No foul. Camacho. Forward towards Perez. Now with Pacheco. 4-4 right now. FC Arizona can try to get away forward. Playing it towards the right. Dashing forward. Delgado Carrillo able to get there. Delgado Carrillo crunching tackle this time by Orozco Sofala. Throw-in now in the attacking third.
Yeah, another great defensive play by Sporting. FC Arizona's had a lot of speed this game, but Sporting's defense has been one thing that's really stood out in this first half.
Defense has worked for a while, but especially for a team like FC Arizona, offense has been the one winning the games. Al-Hajaji will take the long throw in as he lines up on the track. Runs in, sends this high into the area, going towards the back post. Portillo can't bring it down. Argues for a handball. Referee won't give his plea any case. Into the defensive third. Played back, booted high up towards Castro. Too far as Palmer will go back in with this one. Officially in stoppage time now, about 45 seconds in. Again, no indication, but sometimes it tends to be 1 minute, other times about 3 to 5 minutes. Back with 7. Trying to play this through towards Aite, dashing forward at pace. Got some players in the box. Aite trying to send that. Might have been going on target, but either way, Garay will see this out for a goal kick. So now Garay will go into goal to pick this up. And he's gotten some reps in goal. Brian Figueroa Fernandez, who's on the bench, he has also gotten some reps. Going with the man wearing number 1 today, as he'll boot this one into the air. Going forward again. Zafala can't find his man. Romero, not the best touch. Chested down, and that's going to be a foul called. Clock still ticking here at Campo Verde High. Looks like we'll have Romero taking the free kick, setting it forward. Both teams playing nonchalant, but wanting to make the most of their opportunities. Deco. Guptai. Too high, too far for number 7. And with that, it's the end of the first half here from Campo Verde High School. FC Arizona and Sporting Arizona tied up 1-1 in this Division I matchup. 2 goals, or rather I should say 2 goals in the match. Emmanuel Delgado Carrillo started off the scoring in the 13th minute with a shot from about 30 yards out. And then Sporting Arizona's number 7 basically said, hey, if you could do it from 30 yards, I'll do it from 50. Chips Isaiah Garay to make it 1-1 about 10 minutes later. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half right after this on FC Arizona's YouTube page. Back here at Campo Verde High School on this Sunday night, where we are just moments away from starting off the second half between FC Arizona and Sporting Arizona in this UPSL Division 1 matchup. I'm Mihirson Hassan, joined by Tyler Cass and our camerawoman, Kylie Morgado. Glad that you could tune in on this Sunday night, couple days before Halloween, and boy, do we have a lot of tricks up our sleeve, and especially on the soccer pitch tonight, both teams with golazos in the first half, starting off with Emmanuel Delgado Carrillo for FC Arizona, and Sporting Arizona responding as well with a chip from distance. Again, both teams back out on the pitch for the second half, and what has been quite intriguing overall as both teams start to head out, and both teams in an interesting spot in terms of this UPSL season. FC Arizona with only 2 games after this one. Sporting Arizona with 4, and they actually have 2 games right now scheduled for next week at home. This Saturday, SC Union Maricopa 2 and FC Fuego before they play Coronado Athletic the week after, before wrapping up against SC Union Maricopa on the road. FC Arizona, on the other hand, plays Coronado Athletic 2 next week at home, and then they'll wrap up November 19th against FC Fuego. Both of those games at home. Coronado game will be a top 2 battle. Interesting crew for that one. Adam Cunin, Jack Bartlett, and Patrick Halloran will have the call for that one at around 4 o'clock next Sunday. FC Arizona will start off in the center circle this time, still in the white kits. Now moving from right to left. Coronado in the all-black, moving from left to right. Not too many changes. The biggest one, though, for Coronado, or rather I should say Sporting Arizona, is that Juan Rios Mendoza is now in goal. So with that, we are underway. 45 down and 45 to go to wrap up Halloween weekend here in Gilbert. Out towards the side again, Christian Palmer into some space. He'll pip this one forward. Goes all the way back towards Trujano. That is number 11, Irvin Cortez Trujano, who's got a lot of touches as the left center back. Angel Romero. Playing it through. Can't find Pacheco. Crunching tackle there by number 20, Brian Ochoa Camacho. He'll earn the throw-in here. Got an interesting weekend, too, in soccer. Had some big derbies. Had the El Clásico between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid yesterday. Then you also had the Manchester derby, Manchester United, Manchester City, playing earlier today. This one by Zach Al-Hajjaji goes back. Another chance. Jorge Perez strikes it from distance. Well wide. Goal kick. And as I was saying before, a lot of big matchups in the soccer world. You got Manchester derby, El Clásico. Then even back home as well, an interesting showing off. MLS Cup playoffs starting this weekend. A lot of the home sides showing out. That was the case today as Houston Dynamo beat Real Salt Lake 2-1. And just a few moments ago, FC Cincinnati, Supporter Shield winners, FC Cincinnati beating New York Red Bull 3-0. 3-0, I should say. Got some interesting matchups there. USL playoffs also going on right now. Phoenix Rising upending Orange County yesterday. That was a big thriller in a match that went down towards the end, I believe. Again, a late winner for Phoenix Rising, winning that in extra time, so props to them. They actually won that game at Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, which is Orange County's home place, as Pacheco will pick this one off, goes back towards Portillo, and he can't get it off the turn, goes through the uprights. But again, going back to Championship Soccer Stadium, that is where the UPSL final will be played on February 4th. Also happening that weekend will be the third-place game prior to that final, and then the 2 semifinals on February 2nd. The FC Arizona side you see right now cannot make it to that final because they are Division 1, but the Premier side, which is down in Tucson playing Real Salt Lake Southern, does have a chance to go there. Much like their Division 1 side, they are on top of the rankings and on top of the table in their respective conference at their respective level. 48th minute of play, Rios Mendoza with the goal kick. He'll send it forward. One thing I forgot to mention, too, is UPSL playoffs. If FC Arizona were to win the conference, and more importantly, were to win the tournament in the conference, proceeding there in the postseason. They would make the UPSL tournament. Their first game would presumably be on the road against a team from Southern SoCal. As Portillo will chase this one, and it will be gooped away by Rios Mendoza. That matchup will be on the road. Should FC Arizona make it somewhere in the San Diego area, either December 16th or December 17th. That will be the only postseason matchup in that national range between the Arizona Conference winner against the Southern SoCal division. The rest of it will take place in 2024 in January, before the Final Four will be held in February. Thrown by Andres Apodaca Cordova, sent down the line, now played through. A chance here on the other side for Pacheco, and a good save by Rios Mendoza. Again, many players in the box, two of them to be exact, as you had Alajaji and then Pacheco on the far side. And once again, like you said in the first half, Tyler, that Sporting defense coming up big.
Yeah, and especially goaltending. I mean, your goalie is arguably he is your last resort there, and FC Arizona able to cut through Sporting's defense, but the goalie comes up with a huge save there to keep this a 1-1 tie.
As my former head coach, way back when, my freshman year of high school when I played soccer, I remember him saying the goalie must be the CEO. Everything runs through the goalie, as this one's picked off again. High pressure by FC Arizona. Still looking for a winner if they decide to get one, and if they do get one. Trujano, up pitch. Picked off by Palmer, can't control it. Throw in.
Yeah, much like we saw to start the game in the first half, FC Arizona has come out firing. They have a lot of momentum right now. They'll have to keep it up, though, in that first half. You know, Sporting was able to get a goal and kind of flip the momentum the other way. So we'll see if FC Arizona can keep this up and find the back of the net pretty early like they did in the first half there.
1-2 there. Another good 1-2. Delgado Carrillo can't get it back from Portillo, though. Out towards the right again. Played back. Garay hesitated, but he'll be able to boot that one forward. A little bit of moonball action in the midfield. Portillo bringing it down, chasing, and Trujano plays it back towards base. 51st minute, still tied 1 apiece. Bouncing high in the air, Trujano. Pacheco. Booted high, booted towards the far side, a little too far for George Aite. Did see one substitution in the first half. It was from FC Arizona as Jesus Samaniego headed off and Jason Portillo came into the match. Portillo, once again, reprising his role as essentially a left wing forward, can turn into a number 9 at any moment. No changes so far for Sporting Arizona. And a few chances where they've been playing down a man due to some people getting treatment. Nothing big, though. So this one's picked up by Camacho, trying to play this through. And he's got Delgado Carrillo. Carrillo still going, still pressuring. And that's good defense and good strength there by number 12 of Sporting to draw the free kick. Trujano again, here in the 53rd minute. Here's number 7. He scored the goal about 10 minutes or so, as I said before, 23rd minute. Drew the free kick. And he'll tap this one towards Trujano. Here's number 20, Jose Castaneda, now played back towards 12 again. Now with Pablo Ramirez on the right. Back to basic goes with Rios Mendoza. Well, we did see Rios Mendoza for a while before we did see some others. So maybe a chance here on the other side, going forward, bustling down the line. Still dancing around. Palmer trying to get a peg to it. Maintaining possession. Aite, crunching tackle there by Palmer. Aite now cleared away there by Cordova. Only as far as Delgado Carrillo. I mentioned earlier that I was saying that Rios Mendoza was back in the game. I was incorrect. Isaac Hernandez, left side of the screen, who just threw the ball back over there. He is still in goal. He came in the first half, so not exactly saying that. But when I said one substitution, I meant that in terms of field players. FC Arizona now has Brian Figueroa Fernandez playing in goal with Isaiah Garay on the bench. Again, as I mentioned before, Garay was the man chipped on the goal from Sporting. Happened from about 50 yards out. Into the middle, out towards the side again. Nifty play, but a little bit behind Perez. Sixtos Vargas, Alberto Sixto Vargas can't get past two, and that's the one thing is that FC Arizona has worked well with double and triple teams, especially in compact areas. Now here's a chance going forward, trying to play through. That one picked off by 12 again. Nice Tecker to keep the ball. And in the process, he'll earn a free kick. First yellow card of the match as well, going towards Zach Al-Hajaji. Although actually it might be going the other way. Seemed like the referee pointed towards Sporting's side, or at least where the players were gathered. Let's see who has the free kick. It seems like it might be FC Arizona here.
Yeah, referee's just trying to sort everything out over here. We'll see which way the yellow card goes, but if FC Arizona can come away with this from a free kick, it's from a pretty good location. It would be a good chance for them to, finally put one past the goalie and get back on top.
So it will be a free kick in favor of FC Arizona. 56th minute of play. Yellow card handed out, going towards Sporting. So that is a key for the home side. Should they want to attack that side, attack that man, and maybe draw a second, then they'd be up a man, which would be quite helpful. So free kick. Got two players in the area. One right, one left, close towards the ball. Seems like we'll have two men in the wall, maybe three for Sporting as the ref continues to sort things out. Got a few players on the back post. Tallest one for FC Arizona, Jorge Perez, who has scored 2 goals this year. A few others on that side being Pacheco. This free kick will be taken. Will be right foot from distance, sliding, unalarmed. So 57th minute, that whole process in terms of the referee trying to sort things out took more than a minute as it's back with Sporting. Something to factor as we head towards stoppage time, which stands about 34 minutes away. FC Arizona has not dropped points this year. They want to keep it that way as here comes Delgado Carrillo down the right, crossing it in, flipping it in towards the middle. Booted high there by Deco. Not going far, though. Pacheco. Cleared. Camacho, right-footed, all the way towards Hernandez on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty good scoring chance before the ball coming right, popping out in the middle in front of the goalie, but nobody from FC Arizona able to catch up to it, and the defense able to clear the ball out in time. So something that could have been a dangerous scoring chance turned into not really anything.
Goal kick as Hernandez will send this back. Going the other way. Pip down the line. Maybe a chance here for Sixtos Vargas, and that one knocked away by Romero. Will be a throw-in. And a lot of players on both sides. Romero, one of the 5 players on this FC Arizona side from Mexico. Sporting on the other side has 6 Mexicans on their team. A lot of other nationalities as well for FC Arizona. Al-Hajaji from Egypt, Sabata on the bench from Congo, and Joel Cabral from Belize. As that one is caught there and sent forward by Figueroa Fernandez, another Mexican. In towards the middle. Played on the side with Deco again. Deflected off of Camacho. Throwing for Sixto Vargas down the line. Double team push down. Free kick. A rather interesting spot for the visitors. That to a new player rolling in. I believe it's the number, from our angle, about a 74 out there. Not listed on my sheet. Again, we do apologize for that. Another player unnamed is number 7, who stands at the ball right now. 2 men in the wall for FC Arizona. Most players going towards the back post. FC Arizona's been doing it on set pieces. Sporting electing to do the same here. From number 7. Sent high, down low, into the middle. Grappled away. And luckily danger averted for the home side as Pacheco will clear this back towards Sporting territory. Back to base. 60th minute of play, still tied 1-1. We haven't seen a goal since about the 23rd minute, which came off the boot of number 7 of Sporting Arizona from the midfield. Into the middle again, trying to play through towards Portillo. Portillo trying to get there. Hernandez can't get a stop, but Portillo can't cut to get the ball, and he's trying to argue there was a handball. He's not going to get the argument there. Did look interesting, though, knowing that Hernandez was outside of his own box. Dico, picked off. Delgado Carrillo. Al-Hajaji, overlapping there by Apodaca Cordova. Ref says play on. Apodaca Cordova into the box. Can't find Delgado Carrillo, who's crashing in off the back post.
Yeah, good read by the goalie there to just track that ball and make sure he was able to track it down, so the FC Arizona player who was coming in behind him couldn't just sneak that one into the back of the net.
7 hits it off the back of the ref, so will be a drop ball situation. Close towards midfield. Again, relatively in the middle part of the pitch. Again, credit to Campo Verde High School for putting a solid amount of dimensions down, where the width of the pitch goes a little bit beyond the football sideline. The length is a little bit longer than what the FIFA recommendations are, which is about 115 yards by 75 yards, as the offside flag will go up. This one, as it goes from one end zone, or rather one part of the end zone to the other, this one stretches about 120. I'd say, now that I'm looking at the lines, about 122 to 123 yards. So a little bit longer, but I do give them credit. I've called games before where sometimes the soccer dimensions are the football dimensions, and that definitely changes the game when you look at the width of the pitch, and even at times the length of the pitch too. Camacho down the line, headed up by Delgado Carrillo. Little dash in there by Al-Hajaji, but he can't get there. Out towards the side again. Sent in. So Roscoe Zavala on that left back position can't feed it up pitch. Goal kick again. Again, two sides that at the Division I level have not competed against each other. Again, FC Arizona with quite an interesting history, especially over the past few seasons in the Premier level and, of course, in NPSL over the summer, which many of us got the opportunity to call. Many of the guys in that call, Joe Furtado, Chase Beardsley, Trey Matthews, a lot of them got the opportunity as FC Arizona went all the way towards the West Regional semifinals before losing to Crossfire Red from the Seattle area. Again, that was one big story, especially for the NPSL side, the Premier side, obviously. Now, of course, translating to the Premier side down in Tucson today. Meanwhile, Pacheco, send in, will dribble it off. Maybe a chance here for Perez. Perez in the box, plays it in for Portillo. He can't get the touch. Oh, my word. All he had to do was steer it, and the first touch let him down.
You know, such a great opportunity there for FC Arizona. They weren't able to capitalize, but a good job by Sporting's goalie to really stand his ground there and make sure that he cut off the angle there. So FC Arizona player couldn't really get a great foot there on the ball, and he came up with a huge save there, making sure the game stayed 1-1.
And I think for Portillo, too, second clear-cut chance of the day. Maybe he was trying to do too much there. Try to get a peg to it, try to get as much. I think he was trying to draw it away from the goalkeeper and instead drew it towards him. So instead, trying to get a little too cute close towards goal and end up biting him in the nails at times. Back again with FC Arizona, picked off there by Deco. Out in the middle right, Castaneda up towards 7. He's gooping this forward a little too far for 74. As Rios Mendoza will track this one, or pardon me, Figueroa Fernandez will track this one down. It's interesting because FC Arizona has 2 goalkeepers on their squad. One of them is wearing number 1, the other is wearing 21. Same goes for Sporting Arizona. One of them is wearing number 1, the other is wearing 21. Same numbers can be quite deceiving though, but as I mentioned before, FC Arizona moving from right to left, Sporting moving from left to right. Looks like they have a substitution lined up at midfield touchline. That will occur when that will happen. Number 10, Cesar Infante, the one lined up in that spot. Back with 7. Played through again. Dashing run on the left by Ayite and just grabbed there by Figueroa Fernandez.
Yeah, both goalies tonight for FC Arizona have been super aggressive, and it's been good as we saw there, but also came to hurt them in terms of the goal when the ball just went over Garay's head earlier in the game.
And it looks like ref will stop play for the 2 changes. So as I said before, Cesar Infante coming in for Sporting Arizona. Looks like he'll replace Alberto Sixto Vargas. And a change coming for FC Arizona's heading out there will be number 18, Elijah Isaac. And despite Isaac being listed as a forward, he's actually going to be playing left back in place of Brian Ochoa Camacho. Or rather, actually, he's going to be on that right-hand side. And a long trot back. Hard to tell the number from here. We'll get a number once I get information. Throw in for Apodaca Cordova. 66th minute of play here from Campo Verde High School. FC Arizona and Sporting Arizona tied up 1-1 in Division 1. Again, the second time these 2 teams are playing this year. The first one was at Sporting Arizona's place. FC Arizona won 2-1. Maybe a chance to replicate that today or try to get some more goals. I'm Hirson Hassan, joined by Tyler Cass. Glad that you could tune in on this Sunday night. Again, a lot of interesting matchups, and of course, our broadcasting network and company, Inferno TV, will be covering a lot more FC Arizona games later this year. Of course, we got 2 next week, as we got Coronado Athletic 2 for the Division 1 side, and then for the Premier side, Phoenix Rising Youth Squad coming to town. And then at the weekend after that, you'll have the Premier side playing off in their final match of the season before Division 1 plays their final match, hoping to clinch the conference title against FC Fuego on November 19th. So tune in every Sunday night. You're sure to hear some great voices of Inferno TV right here on the FC Arizona YouTube page. As 7 will burst this down and a little too far for Ayite. Grabbed by Figueroa Fernandez. Romero? Deco glancing header back towards Hernandez.
Yeah, FC Arizona's been a little impatient so far. Instead of, trying to slow things down, maybe some short passes, drive upfield, they've been kind of booting the ball down and, losing that possession.
Portillo playing through towards Isaac. Isaac trying to cut back. A little too far, cleared away again. That's some good work there, especially from their left back, Eric Orozco Zavala. Portillo held, and now the referee will blow the whistle. So the man who was taken off on the last substitution with Isaac coming in was Zach Al-Hajaji for FC Arizona. Fun fact. So he sits on the bench alongside Garay. That was the second substitution that the home side has made in this one. 69th minute, and another free kick coming up. One man in the wall. Olayo will be the one taking this. Got 2 players towards the left, 3, now 4 players on the right. Clock continues to tick here as Olayo flips this one, try to go direct there, and will go towards the uprights and through it. Goal kick.
Yeah, one of the many field goals we've had today.
Again, a lot of these players, too, not really trying to goop it forward. And a lot of them, it's hard to decide, especially from that range, Tyler, whether or not they're wanting to take this direct or indirect. From what it seems like, the pace and the delivery seems indirect, but wherever the ball goes, it seems to be more direct than indirect. Clipped forward, dribbled back to base. Collected by the netminder, and rolled out. So knocked. Oh, what a touch by Delgado Carrillo. He can't get the best second touch, though. Good recovery and clearance by Trujano. All right, so that was take 1 from behind base. Here's take 2. Olayo? Excuse me. Portillo. Portillo able to pressure. Down the left-hand side he goes. Able to go dashing forward into the box now. Slid away there by Deco. Sharif Deco there with the sliding tackle. Less than 20 minutes to go. FC Arizona with the corner kick on the near side. Will be Pacheco to take here. Looks like it might be a short option. Sporting puts their line towards the box area. Back with Pacheco. Now with Camacho into some space. Camacho might have been going for a shot there on goal, but was knocked away. 7 trying to play that towards the right-hand or left-hand side, I should say, towards 70. Back in again. Castaneda playing it down the line towards 70 again, up against Olayo on the left-hand side. And Olayo knocks it away. We'll be out on the end line. No deflection. So corner kick now for Sporting. Once again, left-hand side of the pitch. Long walk into the darkness, and he'll be back. Got a few tall players on their side too, Sporting. Interesting height battle. Looks like it might be won by FC Arizona, but nonetheless, tall trees as the in-swinger sent in. Punch down by Figueroa Fernandez. And the redirection will be skewed right of goal. So goal kick laid down. Back with Olayo. And now Palmer. Long ball sent forward, going towards Pacheco. Good first touch as well as he clips it in towards Isaac. Isaac able to bring this down. A good sequence here as Isaac now going into the side. A shot and it's in the net. Goal for FC Arizona. Starting from the back, going forward. Great touches, great passes, and a great finish for the substitute, Elijah Isaac. 73rd minute of play. FC Arizona retakes the lead up 2-1.
Yeah, that was some great patience there. He had the ball. He had the chance. You know, he could have just shot it. Had a defender in front of him, decided to make a move. You know, goalie a little phased out by that. It took his time and was able to find the back of the net. So and it started all out with a great breakout pass there up along the sideline, and he was able to find him cross field, and FC Arizona regains the lead.
That seems like a play at times. That's what you practice when you're going through training? How do you practice long balls and pinning them in direct areas? As here comes Sporting's answers. That's headed away by Camacho. But the long balls, both from the back and then going forward to play it in towards Isaac on the right-hand side. Calm, collected finish for the right wing forward. But again, that build-up is absolutely beautiful. Shows the type of plays and the fundamentals, especially the latter parts of fundamentals. Of course, ground passes and through passes are always fun, but when you try to get the lofty balls, sending it across the box, sending the long balls, bringing it down, bringing it in control, because that's something that's tough, and especially when you look at how a lot of the select soccer teams run, a lot of them want players who can control the ball well, especially if you're in the midfield going forward. Again, some of the best players in soccer, example, Lionel Messi, some of the best ball control as well, alongside the shots and the goals and the assists that he's put up. Palmer, Olayo, Portillo is calling it forward on that left-hand side. Won't get it. Back with Ayite now in the middle. Ayite going forward. He'll send a shot as it rolls right towards goal. Figueroa Fernandez, the one to pick it up.
Yeah, now if you're FC Arizona, you want to make sure that you stick this lead, play some solid defense. If you have the chance, go pick up another goal. But you're up now, heading later into the match. And right now your biggest goal is to just make sure that you keep this lead until the end.
So a free kick in the process of that for Sporting. Now in the 75th minute of play, about 15 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. FC Arizona once again in the same spot they were around 13 to 20 minutes into this match, just trying to keep the lead and maybe trying to extend it here, but they're in maintaining form right now. 2 men in the wall. 7 left booter, and that one caught there by Figueroa Fernandez. Yeah, number 7 who took that shot, got the lone goal for the visitors today. Could not get his second of the day for both team and individual there. Hernandez, rough first touch, able to take this out. Pacheco almost taking that one away, but Hernandez called for the handball there, well outside the box, and the referee is motioning Hernandez to come forward. That at least should be a yellow card, and indeed it will be.
Yeah, big opportunity here for FC Arizona with the handball called there. And if they could find the back of the net one more time, that's huge, getting that insurance goal, especially in this crunch time here. So huge opportunity for FC Arizona.
And not something that was seen in the first matchup between these two sides, as the final score is the score you see right now. Injured player, and it looks like it is Irben Cortez Trujano for Sporting, able to get up and walk under his own power. So it's a good sign there, but nonetheless, the in-house athletic trainer will check. A few players grabbing water, much needed hydration. Again, not as bad as what we've seen earlier. Of course, we started off this year in September. This was an afternoon game. They were playing against SC Union Maricopa. It was about 110 degrees outside, as it is usually here in Phoenix in September. Nice weather here tonight, though. 64 degrees, beautiful weather. It's going to be highs all in the lower to mid-80s here in Phoenix. A great time to be living here in the Valley as we head towards the fall and winter season. Portillo will take the free kick. Olayo also over it. One of those guys is window shopping. Sporting has one man in the wall. Most players going towards the right-hand side. Pacheco will stay on the left. Now 2 men in the wall. As here's Portillo. Clips it towards the right, dancing through, jiggling through, and it's back with the visitors. Ayite, not the best first touch, as Palmer picks it up. Isaac, down towards the right again. Played through again, playing dancing around. Oh, nifty move. Delgado Carrillo. Into some space. Delgado Carrillo still pushing through and now checked away. Back in towards the middle for 12. He goes down. Free kick. Sporting.
Yeah, and you're kind of in the time now where you want to play the possession game. If you're FC Arizona, you want to make sure you have the ball and you're not giving Sporting any chances to, come down the field and get any prime scoring opportunities.
when you look at the midfield setup, of course, you got Isaac, who is essentially a right winger at some point, especially knowing his personnel on the roster sheet. Not too many players in the six. As this one's gooped forward. A chance here. Figueroa Fernandez off his line. 10 cents at forward, and he puts it in the back of the net. Cesar Infante saw the open goal, and from 25 out, he slots it home. Once again, back to square one. 79th minute of play. It's FC Arizona 2, Sporting Arizona 2.
Yeah, and that's the second time today we've seen a little mishap from the goalie coming way out of their net, and the Sporting player there, which is able to have a wide open net there with the goalie way out of his pitch. And for FC Arizona, that's exactly what you didn't want to do. You wanted to make sure you had possession and didn't make any mistakes that were going to cost you. And they're a huge mistake that cost them the lead. And now, getting into this crunch time now, they're going to have to look for a goal within the next 10 minutes plus stoppage time to try and come out with a win here.
That includes going to the bench. Joshua Gutierrez now in. And it looks like the man who started off the scoring in the 13th minute, Emmanuel Delgadillo Carrillo, I should say. Pardon me for the mispronunciation earlier. He is now checked out. But again, substitutions matter. Isaac scores, and then Infante scores. Both of them start off the match on the bench. Speaking of Isaac, he pressures here against number 12. Goes back in towards the middle. Gooped forward with Aite making the run here. And Figueroa Fernandez this time able to get a touch. He'll send this well back into visitor territory. Towards the left, Camacho. Olayo. Pacheco. Not the best first touch. It's been a struggle for him today. Pushed from the back by 7. Free kick coming up.
Yeah, and these free kicks are really going to be where FC Arizona needs to take advantage of them. They're in a position here where they could get some offense going, and with only 10 minutes left plus some stoppage time, this is really where they need to take advantage and generate some scoring chances.
Olayo to take. Pipped out towards the left. Gutierrez can't get a touch as his flick goes right towards Hernandez. Booted high. Hope to counter. Squandered there. At least for a while. It will stay with Sporting. 81st minute of play. 2-2 between these two sides. So somewhat of a shootout here. Again, as I mentioned before, an FC Arizona side that in the first 5 games has gotten 18 goals. So a pretty good average unto themselves. Sporting Arizona, on the other side, has only scored 4 goals in their 3 games. But again, as you look at their schedule, their one win came in the match where they scored 2 goals. And it happened against FC Fuego earlier this year. Free kick for them on the left-hand side. Left-footed into the box, back post, and that's a good header. Infante was waiting for it on the right-hand side. Throw in, once again, deep in the attacking third for the visitors.
Yeah, we've been talking about Sporting's defense most of this match, but right there, an FC Arizona player with a huge header right there to make sure that the ball stayed out of the net.
Long throw into the box from the right-hand side. Chested down by Palmer. Camacho able to keep it in play, and will goop it to safety. Goes all the way towards the sidelines, out towards the track, and will be retrieved. 8 minutes plus stoppage time remaining here from Campo Verde High School. A Sporting AZ side that has only won 1 match, and in a sense, they've only gotten points from 1 match this season, and an FC Arizona side that has yet to drop points this season. Aite called offside there on the right.
Yeah, and this is where FC Arizona really needs to hone in if they want to win this game. I mean, you're in the crunch time right now, and you know that you've not dropped any points this year. If they want to make sure that that trend continues, this is where their star players are going to need to come up big. They're going to need to be able to hone in on, what they've been doing on all their prior games this season and try and find that back of the net.
That one cleared away, throw in for the side. Again, you've got David Oganubi, Alexander Martinez, both of them warming up out of their seat. Maybe a late substitution for FC Arizona should they go there. They do have a lot of attackers. They showed it in that first game against SC Union. Managed to be the big dog in majority of that side. As this one by Palmer sent in, headed down low, and it just rolls wide. Again, it was Isaac and crew, Portillo in the area. But again, unable to steer it into the net. No goals today have come from set pieces. No goals today have come from the left or right flank. And that's probably the more concerning thing as we move down the stretch for both sides. A lot of them moving over towards the wings to try to get production there, but unable to see it so far. Nonetheless, a lot of chances, but no goals. Goals have been standalone from kicks. And for the most part, they've been direct. Somewhat direct, at least. To the back line it goes. 12. Hernandez. Sent out towards the left. Isaac. Palmer. And picked off by 7. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. 7 now trying to go forward. He's got numbers the other way. Now numbers rolling back towards FC Arizona. Waited too much on it. It's number 7. He gets some touches. Lays it off towards Infante. Infante now on the right. He's got the equalizer. So right now Sporting's going home with a point because of him. And now they're going to get a free kick here.
Yeah, and you're at the part of the match where a mistake on either team could cost them. Even an errant pass, a mental error, just any of those simple mistake could cost your team the match.
Could it be any more exciting? Could it be any more interesting? Maybe. That's what Chandler Bing would say. Free kick. 2 players around. Ramirez, one of them, Aite the other, and Ramirez will walk away. So it will be Aite, one man on the wall. Players once again trying to crash in and go from the back post. Referee intervenes for now. Try to settle things away. So here we go. Aite, left-footed into the area, headed away. Bouncing around. Portillo back to goal. Back to the opposing goal, I should have said. Either way, Aite went down. Play continues on. Now the referee will call it back. So nonetheless, free kick. And another set piece coming up. Ramirez looks for options. Right-footed towards the back post. A little too far there. Looking towards his man there, Castaneda. Castaneda able to get it, though, on the left-hand side. Left-footed back in. Can't get Aite as Palmer intervened. Now sent the other way towards Pacheco. Pacheco trying to use his speed. He's using the speed there. Numbers rolling forward in the form of Jason Portillo. Here comes Pacheco again. That one knocked away by Deco. Deco now playing on the left-hand side after being right back for majority of the match. 87th minute of play. About 3 minutes plus stoppage time left in this one. And now we'll see a change for FC Arizona. David Oganubi now coming in. And Oganubi, as you could possibly see from the size, much taller, much lankier, and much more physical than some of the other guys. You need a poacher like him in a spot like this. So a throw-in on the other side. Apodaca Cordova. Can't play it into the area for Gutierrez as it's pipped up again. Aite. Lays it off. 7 trying to play forward towards 70. Cleared away there by Camacho. Isaac spinning around, and he'll earn the free kick going to ground. Camacho again. Clipped up towards Pacheco. Now towards Oganubi. Oganubi just wide. He's got the feet. He's got the skills. They're knocking on the door. They're just waiting to try to get the goal.
Yeah, and he's upset with himself over that one because he knew he was in a great area, prime scoring chance right there, and just missed wide of the net.
To some extent for both goalkeepers, especially knowing the way they've managed, especially knowing that neither one of them started off the match. Bend but don't break, as an FC Arizona player goes down with cramps. It's interesting to see who it is. It might be Trujano, who went down earlier in the match, but was able to walk off after some treatment. Now in 89th minute, less than 80 seconds to go before we go into stoppage time. He's able to get up, and nonetheless, play will continue on. So back with Hernandez we go. 60 seconds left before it goes down to injury time. Dribbler back towards midfield, picked up by Olayo. Olayo can't find Oganubi as it's cleared away. Back with Portillo on the left. Portillo down the left. Good footwork. Cutting, playing, cleared. Back with 7 the other way. He boots it forward, looking towards a dashing 70 the other way. Palmer heads it back towards his goalie. Back on the right-hand side we go. FCAZ in need of something, trying to play through towards Oganubi, knocked away. Back on the left-hand side, Zafalo was the one going through. Nonetheless, 7 again. Dancing around, clipped up towards 70. He's able to get a touch on it, trying to get around Figueroa Fernandez, try to chip him, but it goes back towards FC Arizona's defenders, who will clear it out for a Sporting throw-in. So we're past 90 minutes here. We'll have some stoppage time ahead of us. Going with Ramirez now, as now looks like an FC Arizona player is down with cramps. Might see a late substitution here, and indeed we will. Might be an offensive one too. Alexander Martinez standing at the touchline. Don't know if he'll replace the injured player or not, but especially knowing that at times you want to get more players, may be presumed as such. Number 71, seems like he just checked in, or at least he got some water on the bench. That's what it seems like. So now we'll see the change coming up. Indeed, the player will jog off under his own power. And now we'll see Martinez checking in. So he'll check in at right back despite being forward. And Isaac once again will play up the pitch. 80 seconds into stoppage time on the right-hand side with Ramirez. Portillo. Olayo with Oganubi, too high for him. He'll give some pressure as Deco will try to see this one out. Deco dancing around, just gets it off towards Hernandez. Living on the edge here in Gilbert. Free kick, left-hand side, quickly taken. Picked up by Gutierrez. Back with Martinez. First touches of the day for him as he plays it through towards Isaac. He stays there, keeps it in play. Isaac looks up. Gives it off again with Pacheco. Left off again with Isaac. Sent out towards the left. Portillo. Last touched. Off of Deco. It will be a throw-in for FC Arizona. Waning moments of this one, as this one heads into the sunset. Back with take 2. Once again, Portillo, the one to do the honors. Sent up towards Oganubi, headed up, cleared away by 12. Bouncing around, high in the air. 7 will bring it down. Olayo trying to put his peg into it. Sent out towards Ayite. Sporting with maybe one final chance. 7. Back with Ramirez, able to get past Camacho. Now towards 71. 71, shot deflected. Back it goes. Easy chest down. And FC Arizona wasting no time. They want to try to get this one up the pitch. Martinez can't keep it in play there. More than 3 minutes into stoppage time now. So throw in now for the visitors as we all await the final whistle. Jiggled around. Free kick for Sporting. And now a chance for a lot of numbers to come forward here. Brian Figueroa Fernandez in goal for FC Arizona. Scored a goal earlier this year. Now he has a chance, and he's got to defend one if FC Arizona wants at least a point tonight. 2 men in the wall for the home side. Player lining up there will be a right-footed in-swinger into the box. A lot of players going forward. Sent in. Punched up in the air by Figueroa Fernandez. And he's got it. Immediately booting it forward. Oganubi on the run. Trying to get a touch. He'll have to cut back and chest it to get it. Can't go 1-2. As Oganubi will draw the free kick here to around midfield. Little whistle blows there. Ref will call Portillo to calm down. Olaya will once again take it. Numbers rolling forward as we're now 4 minutes and 40 seconds into stoppage time. Approaching 95 minutes of this one. Camacho to take the free kick. Maybe one final opportunity. In-swinger into the box. Headed up. Going towards the right-hand side for Isaac. Isaac able to control. Isaac with a shot! Just wide! So close. And Elijah Isaac can't get his second goal of the day. And that will do it from Campo Verde High School. FC Arizona drops points for the first time this season at the Division I level as they draw Sporting Arizona 2-2 here on home field. A lot of scoring, a lot of great goals as well. Started off with Emmanuel Delgadillo Carrillo in the 13th minute before number 7 for Sporting Arizona responded in the 23rd. And then they did the same in the second half. Elijah Isaac got the goal in the 73rd before Cesar Infante got the goal in the 79th. Again, the last 2 goals coming off substitutions. So that does it here from Campo Verde High School. As I've said before, the next time you will hear us here from the home of FC Arizona, a doubleheader for Division I and Premier, as Division I gets a big matchup next week as Coronado Athletic 2 comes to town, a top 2 battle amongst the 5 teams in the UPSL Arizona Conference. Sporting Arizona, as I mentioned before, will get it on November 4th. The second game will be FC Arizona's Premier side against Phoenix Rising Youth, who they defeated 7-1 earlier this year. I'm Hirsan Hassan. Thanks for tuning in on this Sunday night, just a couple days before Halloween. Have a safe holiday if you decide to celebrate it. And alongside my fellow crew members, Tyler Cass and camerawoman Kylie Morgado, signing off for now. We'll see you next weekend, and stay safe.